Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome, guys. As you guys see, I am on my walk. Well, I'm not on my walk. Usually, if I go on a walk, I will be with my wife. This was kind of like a emergency, right? Because today is a holiday here in Mauritius, and we needed a couple items for tomorrow, right? Usually, we try to, sacrifice and do a lot of things in order to, sustain ourselves. But, I was going to do this video sitting down, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Why? I should just do the video as I'm walking. And this video, I'm going to be talking about, something spiritual, something you have to sacrifice a lot of things. You have to sacrifice certain areas in your life, certain things to get to the next level, right? So stay tuned to the end. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yes, I am Yeshai. My name is Yeshai. I'm 31 from Columbus, Ohio. If you don't know, now you know. But it's a lot of things that be going on in this world, right? And I might stop for a second. I'm trying to find a nice little spot to stop. As you guys see, I'm in the bushes in a way. It's a little side street, little back way that I take to go to the store. But it's a lot of things that's happening right now. And there's a lot of people that I talk to, and it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. Let me try to get to the shade. But it's really a blessing to talk to certain people that, I'm over here in Mauritius, Africa. And most of the people that we talk to is maybe, in America or the UK or Australia, even Asia. And that's a good point that I wanted to talk about. Because most of the people that I talk to is really older people. So these older people is starting to realize, hey, America, the system that I'm in right now is not going to be sustainable pretty soon, right? So it's a lot to take in, because I'm 31 years old, right? I have 5 children. I have a wife, and we moved from America, and it's really something that you don't see a lot of people doing. We've been here in Africa, the continent of Africa, for 5 years plus. You get what I'm saying? And what's really important is everything that's happening right now is very spiritual. Everything that's happening right now is very spiritual. You gotta know that. Everything. So when you thinking about moving abroad, when you are thinking about, moving, to Mexico, to Brazil, to, Africa, to Asia, to Australia, to New Zealand. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of places that is not like America, right? So I wanted to say something very important. People have to realize sacrifice is necessary. Just like I said at the beginning, this was an emergency, right? It was an emergency thing that we needed. We needed a couple of items from the store, but here in Mauritius, they close the store pretty fast. They if it's a holiday or something like that, they close the store at 12 p.m. or they close the store at like 3 p.m. You get what I'm saying? So, we can, for us, we homeschool in the morning. School is starting. That's another point I want to get to. But school is starting. So, we do our daily dealings. Let me just reference me and my life, right? So we homeschool. So it's for us, I don't get done with homeschool until about 1 or 2 o'clock. And after that, I'm like, oh, I need to sit down. I need to put my feet up. I need to wash my feet and, just relax for a second. You get what I'm saying? So the sacrifice that I had to do today, and this is something that me and my wife was talking about, because something big is going to happen. This feast day is coming up. This trumpets, atonement, tabernacles is coming up, and it's always some type of sacrifice that needs to be happening. So it really comes down back to the mindset of how are you sacrificing to do what you want to do. I'm telling you, it gets very deep, and I'm not trying to get too deep because that's just who I am. You get what I'm saying? I get deep. I get personal. Shalom. I get deep. Look, that was a blessing right here. Look, I'm telling you, everybody that comes here to Mauritius, they may be from a different area in Africa, a different state or country in Africa, and I love to see it. They riding their bikes, they might go to work, they might just they're really enjoying their life, to be honest, because today is a day off. So they probably like, hey, I'm done with work, I'm gonna go ride my bike down the street and go to the beach. But yeah, that's besides the point. But sacrifice is necessary before the harvest. You get what I'm saying? So just imagine that you're farming. You plant something back in let's say you start to plant in May, you start to plant in June. Now the harvest is starting to come, right? So you got to realize, I'm talking spiritual. I'm talking very spiritual right now. I'm not trying to talk physical, but the physical aspect of it comes up, because if you are farming, if you are, planting seeds, you got to realize that this thing calls a lot of work. It really comes with a lot of work that you have to do. So just make sure that you're sacrificing what you need to do, whatever it is. I don't know what it is that you need to sacrifice, that you need to, because you got to think about the word. Like I really don't. I'm very how can I say it? I'm very like one-on-one, personal. I can explain this very well. I'm trying to keep it to the point on the video, but that's not me. I'd rather do one-on-ones and be like, look, this is what it is. Did you know this? Did you know that? This is happening. This is what I learned. This is my experience. Because where I'm from Columbus, Ohio. You get what I'm saying? I'm from Columbus, Ohio. If you're from Columbus, Ohio, or Ohio in general, Cleveland, Cincinnati, wherever, like, it's America. It's just, put it like that, if you understand. It's a lot of confusion. It's a circus, to be honest. But let me start walking so I can get to my destination before this store closed, right? I was trying to give you guys a good view, right? But this sun, it's always good. Look, you see the camera, right? You see how the picture is. You see how the video is right now, right? But just say if I turn this way, ooh, look at that. The sun behind the camera is way better. You get what I'm saying? But if you turn it this way, I'm black. I'm black, but it's okay. I'm black. And that's something that, you know, that goes with it. We are a people of, how can I put it? Of excellence, of perfection, of something. And this is just my experience. For me, I make sure I perfect things. I want the details. I really want things to be in order. But I see a lot of people that don't understand that. And I get you got everyday life. Everyday life is here. Everyday life is here. There's no doubt about it. But how are you going to put that extra time in? To be honest, how are you going to put that extra time in? You got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice. It's all spiritual. Everything that's happening with Trump, everything that's happening with Venezuela, Brazil, everything that's happening with China, Russia, like really, it's happening. Put that aside. How are you going to make sure you're good, make sure your household is good? That's what it comes down to. Like, to be honest, that's what it really comes down to. How are you going to make sure that you are good? It's nothing else. I saw a video. I was watching a video and somebody like, hey, how like we it's a lot of black Americans that come to Africa or abroad and, you know, go to certain countries, and it's a lot of them, but we can't come together. For me, my personal opinion is, I don't think it's time to come together. If you don't have your house in order, to move on and be like, okay, I got my house in order. Look, I got farmland over here. We got tomatoes, onions, potatoes, peppers, whatever. You get what I'm saying? I got an Airbnb. I got this business going. Now let's come together. That's the thing that's going to happen. But it's going to take time. So I say, like, people have to get their household in order and not depend. We cannot depend on people to be like, let's invest in this, let's invest in that, and people is broke. It's like, come on, what have you done? So our journey right now is like, man, we got to get our household in order to make sure that we are good before we step to anybody. Like, are you going to step to a bank and say, you know, I got all these investors? No. You are literally going to say, you know, I got $1 million in the bank. This is my assets. This is my trust. And it breaks down to a lot. This is what I'm invested in. So I'm going to borrow against this and that. And trust me, it's a lot. But it comes down to, what are you sacrificing? What are you sacrificing to get to the next level? Because this moving abroad is not easy. It's not easy. I don't know if you guys see my backpack, but my backpack is pretty heavy right now. Look, this is light. This is light. I used to lift weights. I need to get back to it, but sacrifice is necessary. It's very spiritual right now. Everything that's happening is spiritual. And the people that's going to hear, they're going to hear it. People that's going to see, they're going to see it. But the people that talk too much, I don't think they're going to get it. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. So just be silent. In the last days, the wise is going to be silent. So that's why I haven't like really been on this, you know. It's strength and weakness. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Understand that. That's why it's a blessing for me, where I know my strength is like this. My weakness is I'm not by whatever. I ain't tell you my weakness. You can't tell your weakness. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell your weakness. But you gotta know your strengths. So what is your strengths? And multiply it. Multiply your talents. I gotta get home. I'm like, dang, I'm talking. This is about 17 minutes almost. So all praises to the Most High always. Your foundation got to be clear. And yeah, I was just talking. I don't put bullet points. That's not me. That's really not me. I don't put bullet points and this and that. I just talk. So whatever comes to mind, it comes to mind. So I just know that the sun is behind me. So all praises to the Most High, in Yahushua's name, in Yahushua's blood that covers me, that covers my household, that covers you. And realize what's happening right now, because it's happening. And what are you going to do about it? It's that simple. What are you going to do about it? I keep saying the same thing. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you and your household. And I hope all is well. And it's time. It's really time. It's really time, family. Shalom, shalom.